Hello, my name is Umesh Kushwanshi, and today I'm going to talk about full stack developer position. We will understand what are the key areas for this position, how many experience do a developer need to have to be a full stack developer. So actually, the key areas for this position are front end, back end, and the database. So whenever we talk about front end, the front end is a kind of interface where the user interacts, and the back end, is where user will actually the back end is a kind of business logics or the processes and the task. Those are hidden from the user. User won't be interacting with this directly. In the database where our data and information get stores. So there are a lot of things those are being actually used for the front end development. Actually, here we will be talk in the context of web development. For being a web developer, we usually need to have knowledge of HTML. We have HTML and HTML5 running in the market as of nowadays. CSS, which also has its CSS and CSS3. It also has its own libraries like Bootstrap, and we can also say we have some other libraries like Coffee and all. So these are actually at the advanced level. So we won't talk about these things. Apart from this, for this web development expertise, we need to have hands-on on scripting languages. Okay, so the scripting languages includes JavaScript, VBScript, and etc. and its library. But the VBScript actually it is quite limited for this .NET development and their integration, which can be easily injected with Excel macros and Outlooks and other Microsoft Office tools or Office suites applications. So this is not the major or the usually used in the development. So we can also skip this, but for this knowledge purpose, I just included it into this. Okay. So what I just talked about the here libraries, for JavaScript could be like JQuery, and its other sub libraries like which can be jQuery mobile and other stuffs. We have a lot of library plugins, jQuery sliders, and there is some other JQ plots and other. We usually just extend it. So it also has its super library or this super or sub versions. Sorry, high version, which has been written over this jQuery, but now it's a part of this JavaScript, which is a TypeScript. And we have other frameworks like ExtJS framework, Angular. It has its own other versions like Angular JS, Angular 2, Angular 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the latest version is Angular 6 actually. It has Node.js that is actually just being used for this dynamic build purpose. Uh, it has its own benefits and it is very vast in itself. So for the to being a full stack developer, we can just remove these. You just should have hands-on this Angular. Users should have hands-on this JavaScript and its library, like not all the library, but on the basics. Users should be friendly with the jQuery, TypeScript, and Angular, as well as the Node.js as well. Okay, so this is the set of scripting languages that user needs to hands-on to be a front-end developer. I I would like to add here React.js as well. It has its own benefits. I won't talk much detail about the benefits of these all the libraries as of now. I just focus on the key areas of full stack developer. The other is backend development. The backend development comes in the picture while we are about to communicate from the database and while we are just about to move the data from uh, database or from other stuff to look to be viewed on the web page or to the front end of the user. So there is some business logic must be written. Those are responsible. And there must be some kind of controller. Those are responsible to produce the relevant information to the user. So we usually write some web services. The web services can be written in any of the languages like Java, PHP, and .NET, JS. With Java, so developer must have knowledge of this core Java at least, including Spring, Spring Core, Spring Boot, Spring Batch, Spring Securities. Other frameworks which are ORM tools like Hibernate, JPA. Similarly, for PHP, developer must have knowledge of this core PHP, other PHP framework which can produce web services like Codeigniter and Jand, etc. And this ESP.NET, which can be used for writing these the web services, right? And the database. Users should be good on this query languages, database query languages, SQL query languages. Sequence query language. I just make it